So relaxing abdomen. And also drawing the back of the head over the back of the sacrum. Do this head reposition while keeping the abdomen relaxed. We'll just take a few deep breaths to just sense how breath influences the spine, how that movement of breath transmits through the soft tissue, the organs, into the bone. What we perceive as movement or the resistance to movement, inertia, Now let's switch the cross of our legs. We'll go right over left knee pile, not knee pile, shoelace. This, of course, can be amended for your knees. So you can put more of a shin over a knee, you can put more of a foot over a shin. Place the right hand down, inhale, draw the left arm up. We'll be side bending to our right. Exhaling with the feet active. Recruiting those low belly muscles. So helping to void the tension in both the waist, abdomen, also the neck and the jaw. I'll give you a couple breath moments to kind of work that through. Using your low belly muscles. To help void, softly voiding the tension in the waist, as well as the neck and the jaw. When you inhale the left arm up and over, you'll have it hovering somewhere on the left side. And even if that you're relaxing the head and the neck, Soften the abdomen. Learn if you can position the back of the head over the back of the sacrum. All right, inhale. Draw your torso upright. Help your head up with your hand if you need that help. Let's keep crossing the legs, the right over the left. We're still right over left. We're just crossing the right knee more into a knee pile. Relax the arms by your sides. We can take them away from the legs. Inhaling into the upper back. And gather the tops of the shoulders together. Exhale, gather, express, squeeze, draw down. Now, as you're doing these, listen to your exhale. Listen that you are exhaling as you perform this gathering and squeezing movement. Okay? So inhale into the mid-back. So listen to your exhale as you gather the mid parts of the blades. If your squeeze stifles your breath, ease up on the squeeze. Inhale into the back of ribs. Bottom tips. And release. Let's switch the cross of legs. We're going to start in a shoelace. Left over right. Side bend. Inhale the left hand down, the right arm reach up. And exhaling, side bending to our left. And again, you're staying connected to that Ujjayi breath. It's dynamic, it's physical. There's a great deal of movement, which all can translate into the higher fidelity perception. We know how to move these limbs in large ways to understand movement. Well, how about when the body's simply positioned and there's just that subtler movement of breath? And perception can grow finer. Here's that neck release. Inhale, take the right hand up over to the right. So I'm suggesting move as immediately, that doesn't mean rush, just without interruption, to feeling how breath moves the body. Feel how breath reaches the collar, the ribs, where the humerus, the upper arm bone is. Feel that respiration in the synovia. Feel that respiration in the bones. Feel that respiration moving through the tissues. And inhale, bring your torso, your head upright. Continue the cross of left over right, knee pile. Inhale, upper back. Allow the arms to hang freely down away from the legs. Raise the shoulders. Squeeze, exhale. Release, inhale. Squeeze, lower, exhale. Release, inhale. Squeeze, lower, exhale, bottom tips. Uncross legs. And stay with your Ujjayi breath as you're transitioning. Set both legs out, straight out. The toes pointing to the sky. Inhale, draw the arms up to the sky. Exhale, fold. Use the low belly muscles, voiding tension around the navel, below the navel, the waist, the back. Release. Inhale, when you come upright, hear the inhale. Lie on your back. Bring the feet up. With the knees over the hips, inhale the head, the shoulder blades up off the ground. Curl tailbone, exhale, reach out through the right leg. And we'll place the sole of the left foot to the inner right thigh. You may use your left hand to help. We'll take another inhale for this first one set up. And then exhale, press the foot into the leg. Press the entire inner right leg inward. The foot stops it, but press the whole inner leg in, keeping the sacrum on the ground. Draw the low belly down. Let up, inhale. Curl tailbone. And now exhale, the left leg reach out. Place the right sole of foot to the inner left leg. And take another inhale here. And now exhale, press the whole inner left leg inward. Cool, low belly down. Left side of the sacrum on the ground. Inhale, let up, knees over hips. We're going to get all of that in one breath. Curl tail, exhale, right leg reach, left foot plant. Squeeze the whole inner right leg in. The foot prevents it from moving more. Now reach out. Pull low belly down. Inhale, letting up, bending knees. Exhale, curling tailbone, reach left leg out, right foot plant. Gather the entire left leg inward. The foot plant pauses this physical movement, but energetically you're still gathering the whole inner leg in. The left side of the sacrum is on the ground. Pull the belly down. Inhale, let that up. Let's do 3 more per side. When you exhale, the right leg out, the left foot plant. Gather the whole inner right leg in. The leg pauses its physical movement, but energetically there's still a lot going on. Reach out a little further. There you go. And then when you exhale again, the left leg out. The right foot plant. Gather the whole inner left leg in. There you go. Good. 2 more aside. Let's see what we get. Yep. Though the straight leg isn't moving physically very much, that's great. Let it help you study energetically. Some of how you'll detect or know energetic artifacts. Where are you sensing? Sensing. Sensation is a gateway to subtle body recognition. There you go. The where, the what, you're sensing as you're breathing. The breathing will give great indication. I notice it's just me, just my experience, but if I'm not breathing while I'm sensing, I'm usually not sensing, I'm usually thinking. It's not to say you can't breathe while you think. I just think it takes a lot of training for our brains to get out of the habit of thinking without breathing. Let me say that a little differently. Feel with breathing, feel without breathing. I bet they'll be different. There'll be different phenomena, there'll be different qualities of mind. Then grab your roll or your squeezy object, place it between legs. Bring the legs straight up. Inhale into the low back. Squeeze object. Reach up through both legs. So now both legs gathering in, reaching up. Exhale. Float the head, the shoulder blades up off the ground. Keep the leg pressure consistent. Sense with continuity through the whole of the leg. Pull low belly down. Inhale, let the head down. Relax the leg efforts. Gather, squeeze, both legs moving inwardly. Exhale. Head, shoulder blades off the ground. Get all the way empty. Physical breath expires. Draw the low belly down. You're still working with breath. Inhale, let the head down. Leg efforts relax a tad. Squeeze. That's just the legs, letting the head, the lips be relaxed. Squeeze. Squeeze. Keep going. Keep squeezing. Reaching up through the legs. Exhale, head, shoulder blades up. Pull low belly down, relaxing the head and the hands. Inhale, let the head down. Take yourself through 3 more. Cut nothing short. Take the squeeze, go all the way in. Where does the squeeze, where can it go? When we let ourselves explore that intensity spectrum, we're letting ourselves explore how some of our conditioned window of allowance, tolerance, allowance, how much energy, how much perturbation, how much excitement am I willing to let current through my body, my experience? When do I quit when do I stop the feeling, quit the feeling? I think these are really interesting ways to get at the ways we teach ourselves to alter the tolerance of our experience. Inner legs are a super potent way to study that and alter it. There's deep, deep structures along the spine, very powerful ways to access and study how we may limit our experience or just look at that. Remove the object. We'll do straddle. So you can keep the legs up, just straddle them apart. Inhale, the head and the shoulder blades up. We'll go right into it. Yeah. Exhale. So if you have a low belly, the abdominal structure, it does something to the pelvis. That respiration, when we include the belly, it does something to the pelvis. Reach out through the legs. And now sink that belly further deeply in. Inhale into the low back, the sacrum, the pelvic floor. There's not a lot of sensation. Keep reaching in. It does open up. Can. Exhale. Letting that exhale help void tension. Now feel the movement of the pelvis. Outreach through the legs. Draw the belly in and down. Take yourself through about 4 more. And see what happens. Feel how breath moves the pelvis. Okay. This is different than our frontal lobe moving the pelvis. Feel how breath moves the pelvis. Right? It's that skillful working with breath. Yeah, we did some inner leg things this weekend, that's for sure. Okay. All right, that's plenty good. Most of you are done. Help legs together and let's turn to a side that we may set up some dolphin. Elbows under shoulders. Move the shoulders away from the head. Inhale into the backs of the shoulders. Exhale the knees off the ground. Good. Let's walk the feet forward 1 inch. That would be 1 inch closer to your elbows. Now let's take the right foot toes, wrap them round your left heel cord. Now as you depress your weight into the left heel, same time soften back of neck. So as the stretch comes on in the left foot, leg, neck relaxes, the scalp, the spine soften toward the earth. There you go. Nice press. Let's switch sides. Right foot down, left foot toes. Wrap around the right heel cord. Relaxing through the neck. There you go. That whole back line, it's a large, large back line. We'll set the left foot down, set the knees down. All right. So when you press up, we're going to pick up on just a little bit of yesterday, just a little bit. When we use the wall, I'm going to show you in profile here. We're going to get this cross of the, okay, it's kind of that shoelace cross. And we'll be playing with that in. Oop, I think I'm right there. In this here move. Okay, so I'm placing the hands shoulder width. You'll be able to reach the sit bones back. So just like shower, similar to, the spine will be on traction. Okay, let's set up one of those sides. I think I was standing like 2.5 to 3 feet from the wall. Just prop an ankle, nice strong flex. Keep that knee well protected. And shift the sit bones back. You may have to micro adjust the footing so that you can get a just right lean back. Reach back through both sit bones. And release, we'll switch sides. If you can switch sides without the hands, go right ahead. And release. When we move back to our mat, we'll set our right foot forward for triangle. So we can as a starting for setup, that right heel aligns with the back instep. That gets us generally in the ballpark. Inhale, the arms out to side, opening up to the shoulders. So it means perceive space. Exhale, reach right. Set hand down, lift left arm up. All right, extended warrior. Okay, taking that right hand to the inside of the right leg. As you bend the right knee, you let that right arm kind of nudge that whole inner leg, keeping it vibrant, keeping it on. Okay. When that right leg is on, now you can walk that left foot back the inch or 3 that you need. Reaching that left arm overhead. The nice thing about all these transitions is you can maintain the tension as you kind of just roll into the next. It's not a complete dismantling of one pose and then reconstituting in another. You can just kind of morph. So I'm using this right arm to keep nudging, to keep active that inner right leg. I hope you get that too. It's too good to just miss. And that way, as you walk that left foot back, you keep opening and deepening that groin in a very safe way. Because it's active, it's not just getting pulled on. So you keep exploring your strength in deeper and wider ranges. Pigeon. Inhale, set the left hand down. Again, you don't have to collapse out of that last pose. Pivot, left knee down. I'm still have tension on that inner right leg. You don't have to just vamoose out of the pose. Walk the right leg over, lie the shin down. Inhale, hands under shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Go ahead, press into the downward dog. Like give a little pressure. Pressure that starts to straighten the arms. Pressure that starts to straighten the legs. Pressure that starts to move the pelvis away from the cranium. Pressure that starts to shift the heels and the back tissues expanding as the heels move to the ground. Pressure. Put a little bit in there. And that pressure becomes information about how we distribute these forces. And so part of the nature, the structure of this fascia is it distributes load, it distributes force. You'll feel if the force kind of goes all to one area, or if it kind of swarms a whole limb, it's spread throughout. You'll feel. Triangle. Inhale the left foot forward. Reach the arms out to side, opening, sensing space in the shoulders. Exhale, reach to the left side, the left arm, the left ribs. As you set that left hand down, draw that right hip back. Keep those legs strong. If you've got warm weather, this is great. And the warmer your body gets, the warmer your environment and conditions, the more beneficial it may be to keep those muscles working, supporting. So heat's a very special condition. It's a very special condition where you can learn, study, re-educate our soft tissue. Its tolerances. You still hear that Ujjayi breath. No faint breaths. Okay. So extended warrior, as you're bending this left knee, this left arm, nudge. Keep active that inner left leg. Right arm overhead. Pigeon. You can keep that tension on that inner left leg that as you set the right knee down. Walking the left foot over. Lie the leg down. Inhale, bring the hands under the shoulders. Exhale, downward dog. Press with the whole of the hand. Press with the whole of the hand. Press with all of the foot that contacts the ground. Reach through the heels. Lengthen back through the sit bones. There you go. So there is a quality of stretch. It's not the strictly muscular stretch that we might consider, but you can still read the soft tissue that's much larger coverage, swaths. letting it breathe. Let breath influence and move it. The interesting thing here is this soft tissue, it has contractile properties, but it doesn't need a muscle to contract. All right, inhale, step your feet forward, and we'll make a little move to the wall. Okay. So if you're pressing up handstand, I'm going to recommend this setup today. So this will go differently than a usual setup. If you don't usually kick up into handstand, this will give you some ways to explore being in handstand. So we'd take that half pyramid that we played with yesterday. So by half pyramid, I'm just starting downward dog at the wall, and I'm just stepping 1 foot forward. It's not a bent knee step, it's a straight leg step. It lands where it lands. The distance doesn't really matter. The distance is contingent on my shoulders. That's the thing we're preserving here. We're preserving and setting the shoulders. So the foot stepping accommodates the shoulders. I'm still wrapped because I haven't compromised my shoulder position. So I can reach a foot up. And then I can start to float this foot up. Okay. So the benefit here is that I can distribute force from foot to hand. I can remain on the ground. I can add as much weight as I want until I reach that critical kind of float phase. Okay. So we'll just do one side, and then I'll just let us take a moment and we'll do the other side. So I'll talk us through. Take what feels like your most kind of native downward dog near the wall. In downward dog, it's possible to give space to the neck by wrapping the shoulders. This is where we set the shoulders in downward dog. Now, just with a straight leg, just skim draw that right straight leg forward, let it set down wherever it sets down. It's like a half of a pyramid, a quarter of a pyramid, who knows? The distance doesn't matter. What matters is we just put the foot in a new place and the shoulder set has been preserved. Now, if this is a good stretch for you, just stay right here. Otherwise, take the left foot up to the wall, of course, on the ball mounds, toe pads, ball mounds. It's not about splits, so it's not about a full-on flexibility. Now use that left foot and the hands. As you press, that load distributes through the whole body. If we're hemorrhaging force, there's a lot of play in, say, the back or the belly. It'll get real wiggly in the back or the belly. Okay, you can keep pressing, and you can play with simply floating the ground foot off the ground. I like to go just barely floating is a really interesting place. Get that whole inner left leg helping you. Okay. And when you set the right foot down, let's bring the left foot down to the ground. Take a rest moment. You might need to just stand up or like And we'll do the other side. So downward dog, wrapping the shoulders. Inhaling and just straight leg, walk the left foot forward. That might be a fine place for you to just stretch. Maybe that's as far as you want to go. Right leg can go up to wall. That might be as far as you want to go. But all of this leg placement has been to maintain the shoulders. If the shoulders haven't deviated much from that wrap position, you can press without harming or compacting the neck. That's the whole point. Set up so we don't harm or compact the neck nerves. If you're not sure, just reset. Know how it is we're treating and positioning our body. Okay. You might just practice pressing with the hands and the foot, making sure that you can do so without harming or impacting the neck. Relax the neck. It is possible to keep pressing and then the left foot floats. That's fine. But can you add pressure without the shoulders shifting in toward the neck, while keeping the head and the neck relaxed? Can the shoulders be active, working, supportive, and the neck unstressed, unharmed? Relax the neck a little bit more. Take deep breaths, at least 4 or 5 breaths on the side. There you go. And then when you're ready to exit, you just step down, step down. And then we'll come away from the wall. So we've taken 2 days to get us just barely afloat in handstand. I think it's been a good slow work. Bring the soles of your feet together in Baddha Konasana. Fold forward. You can use the hands to help. That's totally fine. Just draw the shoulders down. Use your trunk's ability also to lengthen you forward. And release. Shavasana. Lie back. So just let you take some moments calling to mind the conditions that your body will go through in a day like now. For example, if you're in a warm environment all day and all night, if your body's in a warm environment for your practice and then enters a cooler environment, or maybe you move from hot to cold, from maybe summer heat to, indoor climate control. humidity to dry, humidity to dry. All these factors, as you kind of mentally walk through the rest of your day and your season, will be informing how our tissues learn and absorb these perturbations, the stimulus. Your constitution, if you're more collagenous, fibrous, when you're ready, bend knees, turn to a side, and press up. Namaste. All right, have a great day.